Noah's children, and how the world was filled again. Genesis 10:1-32. A fresh world after the rain. The flood ended. The ark rested on dry ground. Noah, his wife, and children stepped out with their wives. Animals came out in pairs. God blessed them. Fill the earth. Noah built an altar and thanked God. God promised no more floods, showing a bright rainbow. Families began to grow. Noah's sons began having children. Laughter and joy filled the air. Shem's children played by the river. Ham's ran in fields. Japheth's explored hills. Homes were built, gardens planted. God's blessing made families grow quickly. They shared food and stories under the moonlight. Life was peaceful, with everyone helping one another. Shem's growing family. Shem's children were strong and wise. They loved farming and keeping animals. Shem reminded them, follow God's ways. Generations passed. Shem's family spread into many lands, becoming leaders. They told flood stories to teach God's power and kindness. Ham's family travels. Ham's children loved adventures. They moved south to warm lands. They built cities near the sea, fished, traded, and made colorful clothes. Some forgot God's ways, but others still gave thanks. Their land had gold, fruits, and spices. Traders visited often. Ham's family filled villages with lively, busy people. Japheth's expanding lands. Japheth's children moved to cooler lands. They hunted, built wooden houses, and tamed horses. They traveled far to find new homes. Japheth taught respect for the earth and peace. Their valleys had rivers, forests, and wild animals. Generations later, they became many nations, carrying stories of Noah's faith everywhere. Different peoples, one family. Though Shem, Ham, and Japheth lived far apart, they were one family. They traded food, animals, and goods. Children learned each other's songs. Different languages were spoken, but all knew God's promise. Families brought gifts from their lands and celebrated together. The earth was filling again, just as God planned. God's promise remembered. Whenever a rainbow appeared, parents told children, "This is God's promise, never again a worldwide flood." Children smiled at the sky. The rainbow reminded everyone to live in peace. Noah, now old, told stories of the ark. Children listened, knowing they were part of a big, blessed family. Many nations, many lands. The families became nations. Some lived by seas, others in mountains or plains. They built farms and towns. People traded fish for grain, cloth for pots, and animals for tools. Children learned skills from parents. Though far apart, they remembered they were Noah's children. The world was full again. The earth is filled again. The earth was full of people, animals, and plants. Noah's family obeyed God's command to multiply. From one family came many nations. Shem, Ham, and Japheth's children filled the world. Rainbows reminded them of God's promise. The story was passed down to every generation, keeping God's faithfulness alive.